Hey, what's going on, Circle Hook Production? Raymond Williams, John Boy, how we doing? Danimal, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we just got set up, got off work, went and got a quick little bit of bait, and we just got the rods out. So we've got buffalo and carp is what we're using. The river has been dropping like a rock in the last week and a half. I mean, it's just been steadily dropping, and it's actually hit a little bit of a leveling out point yesterday, and now it is back on the rise. Supposed to come up 3-4 foot in the next few days. So hopefully these cat will cooperate. I've got big baits out. So what's going on, Lyle? Betty and Brandon, how you guys doing? Betty, I sincerely hope you're getting over that crap. Cause man, that stuff's horrible. COVID. Boy, we're gonna fish till dark, maybe a little after. We'll see what these cats if they're cooperating or not. I am gonna come back out Sunday, and I actually got Rob from Mo Creeks is gonna come with me. I've been on that man all summer to come fish with me, and he has finally got a break in his schedule to where he is gonna come out with me. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna try to get out here around noon or so. We're gonna let Mark's 1 versus 1 tournament wrap up. What's going on, Avid? Raymond? Lee Evans? How you guys doing? So yeah, I'm gonna get Rob out here with me Sunday and fish most of the afternoon. Hopefully we have a good trip. I'd like to get Rob on a big one. River up, David. It just started coming up today a little bit. We're getting just a little bit of drift. We got, I guess, from that rain last night, we got a little bit of it came up, and it's supposed to go up until Sunday, until level out until Monday morning, and then it'll start going back on the drop again. So that's kind of So that's what we're kind of dealing with right now. So hopefully, these cat will cooperate with us. Ernie Brown, how you doing, buddy? All righty, Bernie. Yeah, Betty. Brandon, I'm actually. I was talking to Rob about that the other day. When we come out, I'm actually gonna bring a Saboski rig with me and then some mealworms, and we're gonna try to catch some skipjack and maybe some gold eye before we start fishing Sunday. Like I said, we're gonna go live Sunday, and, uh, so I think when we first get out here, we're gonna try to catch them guys. I have caught moon eye and skipjack off this particular dike before. Let's see, what was it? Labor Day weekend. Well, Monday I was out here, and oh my goodness, I didn't have a light rod with me. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I think I am getting a hit here. And let me check that right out, y'all. So we had a little guy just kind of hammer around that thing. Hey, what's going on, Josh? Hey, Chad, what's up, buddy? I see Ava's already picking on you. Randy Reagan. Boy, I hope so, Randy. I'm just got set up, got some big baits out, and hopefully some of these cat cooperate. I've already had a little guy working on that outside rod, but I've got pretty good sized baits on there, so it's gonna take a decent fish anyway to get it. Oh, there he is. He's back again. He's kind of tapping around that. Catfish Hero, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, Sean? My Mississippi River brother. Well, the river is as low as it's been all summer by a long shot. Matter of fact, when I did my last live, the water was probably 3 foot behind where I'm sitting. Okay, working with James. What's going on, Terry? Yeah, Terry, this is kind of a last minute deal, buddy. Was on the way home. I was like, you know what? I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm heading to the river. Couldn't ask for a prettier day, though. Definitely, Terry. I'll get a hold of you next time we go. I'll definitely be trying to hit the river pretty hard these next few weeks. Eventually, I got to pick my bow up though and get in the tree. Yeah, it's just absolute gorgeous day. I think when I left the truck, it was like 84 degrees, and it's supposed to get down to 50 tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I've been ready for fall for weeks. Want to be outdoors? What's going on? Eddie Gross, how you doing? My reposition this rod right here. I have holy cow, something just rolled up right here. Put a heck of a swirl of water. Like I said, I may end up positioning this one rod. I kind of not quite what I wanted, so I'm gonna reposition that one, guys. I got a big old headpiece out on that end rod. My Mad Cat's out there, and something just steadily, just barely, just eating away at that thing. Probably got some dinks. I'm sure when I pull the thing in, that I'm probably just gonna have that headpiece probably. Boy, the only bad thing about fishing off the tip of these, let's see, we got. Yeah, Terry, it has dropped. Like when I was out here Labor Day, the water is actually 3 foot higher up the dike, and you guys can't. Oh, let's see, I'm trying to angle it down here. You can kind of see how far it is. I'm sitting up on the side of this dike, and oh yeah, it's dropped. Oh my gosh, it has dropped so much. Josh, you're absolutely right. I've seen so many dadgum gars swallow a pretty good sized bait. And the bad thing, they'll swallow bait and you won't even know the thing's there. You start reeling in, you'll be like, the heck? Then yeah, it'll be a gar because I think they just get that big old belly full of meat and sometimes they just lay there right in the bottom with it. When we were down in Florida fishing at the Gulf of Mexico, we were like in another uh, inlet off there, and there was a bunch of big old long nose gar, and we caught some giants. But man, when them things hit, they hit like a ton of bricks. Is Ace in here? Hey Ace, how you doing? Well, probably the last 4 or 5 times I've been out, I haven't brought any yard bird with me. I keep meaning to bring some out, see if they'll hit it. But like I said, I've been able to get really good quality bait as of late, so haven't been fooling with it. Hey, Sunfish Assassin, how we doing? Well, Sunfish, I'll be honest, it's just when I'm catfishing, a lot of times it takes a lot of effort to get good bait, and you're targeting them big cat and catfish or whatever size. Them dadgum gar, they can clean you out of bait in a hurry. I got no problem catching them if they're big, if they're really big. But for the most part, most of the time you catch them in here in the river, they're in that 2 to 3 foot range, about big around the soda can. And yeah, like I said, they're not. If you got a lot of bait, but the one thing I will say, fishing this main current like this, they're usually not a huge problem now. But now, say if I would throw just off this direction over here, I've got some slack water over here, then they would probably just drive me nuts. I've had gar before, like trying to, catch channel cat or something out of a creek and just completely clean me out of bait in just short order. But I've got friends that absolutely love catching and eating gar. You know, what's going on, Lance? Rattle trap fishing. How we doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Out here in the Mississippi, trying to get some of these big blue cats to cooperate. Let's see how long we've been live. We've been live for 19 minutes, and about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to reposition these two outer rods because I want to get this one more out of that current seam, this middle rod. And I want to see if the daggum things have shredded my bait on my end rod there because, like I said, they've been fooling that thing ever since I threw it out. Need a big takedown, guys. I was getting ready to say a little bit ago. Bad thing about fishing these dikes, uh, it's kind of a sketchy spot to find a good spot to put your rods. You can power rocks up, but sometimes that don't even work. Oh, Josh, getting ready to go. Oh, working the night shift, Josh. I feel sorry for you, buddy. I hate nights. I had to do that last week. I was working, had to do some night shifts, and well, good luck, Ace. Boy, I got a bunch of crows over here in this block of timber. I got an owl pinned up over there, and they're just driving that thing nuts. I'm just watching this swooping and diving in there. Got some carp or something out there in front of me flopping around. Terry, I'm a bit out of practice. I don't think I could hoot, but like I said, there got that owl there just pinned up there. When I first got down, I seen the thing flying, and them crows were hot on his tail. All right, guys, I'm gonna get some fresh bait. But like I said, I've only been here a little bit, but I am going to uh, go ahead and put for I got all kinds of bait. And I'm gonna go ahead and freshen up, and I'm gonna reposition these two rods. I want to get this middle rod particularly more out in that current scene. Y'all, it's fishing on credit. But the dang thing's cleaned me. Okay. All right. Well, Ernie, make a good dinner, buddy. Fins and foul, what's going on? Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Well, I need to get one of them stadium seats for sitting out here out on these rocks. Not exactly the most comfortable, but I really can't complain. I'm fishing. How we doing, Smokey? Yeah, we just got. So we've been fishing for not quite a half hour, and we've got a carp and buffalo is our primary smallmouth buffalo, and common carp is what we've got out there. I didn't couldn't dig any shad, but like I said, I got off work. I went to one little hole, made like two throws of throw net, and got like 10 carp and buffalo, and I was like, I'm good. And honestly, that's one of my favorite baits, unless I can get a hold like moon eye and stuff, moon eye or skipjack. I mean, I catch a few fish out here in shad, but I don't seem like I do that well out here with shad. I mean, I catch a lot of small fish with shad, but I just haven't had the best luck with quality fish out here. Yeah, even I have had so luck out here in bluegill. I may grab a few of them before we come out. Me and Rob come out Sunday. Husky Outdoors, how you doing, buddy? Husky, I guarantee you, there's some bass along these dikes. I would lay money on it there because every time that river comes up, all these little tributary creeks just get loaded with bass. So I would almost bet there. I guarantee there's bass around these would be around these wing dikes. All right, guys. I think I'm getting a little hit on that end rod out there again. Yeah, I pulled that thing a little bit ago, and I was fishing on credit. I stripped that big old whole carp head off. All right, guys, we're hooked up. good. Oh, you've got a good one, y'all. Got a good one. The old Uncle Lou's hook. Got him. There we go, guys. Get a scale weight on this guy. Maybe. He'll fall back in the river on me. All right. Whew. £32, guys. 32 pounds. You know what? I'm going to try that one more time. My scale got wet the other day. Now it's saying 35. Let's try it again. Zero it out. $35 is what I keep coming up with. 35 pounds, guys. I'm not sure the dogfish bigger than that. All right, guys, here we go. We'll get this guy back in the river. Ooh. Oh, I got catfish slime all over my hands. I put the thumb down on the spool. I'm gonna take that scale when I get home. I've got some dumbbells sitting at the house. I'm gonna make sure that thing's in. Like I said, it got soaking wet. I got caught out here in a downpour about a month ago, and it just soaked my scale. And it dried. It stopped working. And it started working. So I need to. So I'm gonna take it to the house. I'm gonna put it on with dumbbells and see I get accurate weight. All right. All right, Terry. Good evening, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Eric. How we doing? Man, I hope everything's all right for you, buddy. Elizabella, how we doing? Aaron. Sogo, how you doing? Stonefly, how you doing, buddy? Just got our first cat of the evening, 35 pounder, and I'm gonna have to reposition that rod again. It's crossed up underneath my other rod here. All right, guys, we got the skunk out anyway. Off to a pretty good start, pretty good sized fish. That's the kind of takedown I like right there. That fish hooked himself. I didn't have to do anything. Caught that on a big body section. No better way to spend an evening after work in the river and catch a nice, good sized cat. Hopefully, we can get a couple more to hit before we call it quits. I will say one thing: I've got to get a bigger net. This little net, it just don't. It's just not cutting it. And I'll be honest, a lot of times I don't even take a net with me. I just, when I get up close, I reach down and grab them by the jaw And I dang near fooled around and lost that fish because the hook got caught on the net, and he was pulling against me and the net. And let's see some here, guys. Actually, no, Sean, it is coming up now. That's the whole reason I come out here after work. And I seen they were starting to come up a little bit, and so I went and grabbed some bait. But and so far it's paid off. We caught a 35 pounder just a few minutes, a little bit ago. So and I've had a couple little hits, but not like I was hoping. I was hoping it's gonna be a little more fast paced, but like I said, we got a little time yet. It's Sean's actually supposed to go until Sunday night, and then it's gonna level out for a day or two, and then it's gonna start dropping pretty quick again. Got something messing with that end rod out there. Sean, I've had a pretty good late summer and fall, but I mean the true giants have eluded me so far. I mean I've caught a bunch of 20, 30 pound fish, you know, this fall, well early this fall, late summer, but just like I said, the really big boys have just not. I mean I've caught a handful of 40s this year, but it's just not been my best year. That is for sure. I use it's Noah. They've got a water graph I use, and sometimes I use a Corps of Engineers as graph. I keep a pretty close eye on that thing. If I'm gonna be doing any river fishing, if I have time, a lot of times it's just wing it and go. But if I actually got time in my hands and I can pick and choose what I fish, then yeah, I'll watch that thing like crazy. What's going on, Mark? Well, Mark, we just caught us a 35 pounder here. Oh, just a few minutes ago. So we got the skunk out anyway. A little bit of line. A little bit of line on that outside rod, kind of reposition that bait a bit. All right. Get comfortable again. Stonefly, that is for sure. I don't know how many times I've almost busted my tail on these out here over the years. Oh, here we go. Sometimes I'll position myself on the very top of this dike, which is like a good 8 foot up behind me. But it gets crazy when you do hook a big one. You got to slide down these rocks, and it's chaotic. But plus up there, I wouldn't be able to set my phone up for you guys to see me actually pulling the fish up here. What's going on, Dale? Oh, just got a bump in this rod I just threw out. Come on, take it. What's going on, Chris from Books and Hammock? Chris, we've been out here about an hour. Stonefly, I'm using buffalo, smallmouth buffalo, and common carp. And I have one shad. And I actually just put it on this rod right here, and I got a little thump on it. But this time of year, I love using that big body section headpiece of them carp because these cat are trying to get that feed bag on for the winter. Chris, so far the fish count is 1, and it's a 35-pound blue. Dang, I'm gonna have to reposition these rods again. They're not quite where not quite where I want them. But I've got something messing with that outside rod. Don't, it ain't very big, whatever it is, I don't think. So I'll give it a little bit, but like I said, I'm gonna reposition these 2 rods right here. Boy, it's just a beautiful, beautiful September evening. And it's actually our opening day of bow season here in Missouri. But being midweek, during the work week, I hate messing with the deer uh, this time of year because it's so hot and just. All right, Stonefly. On this outside rod, I have 13 ounces on, and I actually may end up going up a sinker size. The second rod, I've only got 8 ounces, and I need to go up on that rod because it's sweeping back in towards this eddy pocket, and I'm wanting to stay out of that current seed. I could honestly probably use 16 ounces out there and still be, probably still move on me a little bit, but I don't want to overload my rods. Well, good luck, Smokey. Hope you can get on them. Supposed to be a temperatures are supposed to be really, really good this weekend. Yeah, we're gonna get out. Me and Rob, we're gonna get out here Sunday around noonish and do a little live and try to get after some big cat. I want to try to get Rob on a big blue. Rob ain't had much chance to do much fishing this year. He's been crazy busy for doing a little home remodel. So nice, Smokey. Dang, that was a good day. Yeah, the spot I'm fishing, it never has been like a high number spot. But for the most part, a lot of the fish I catch here are really decent fish. But now the same wing dike several years ago, it used to have a break in it about halfway down. And when our waters was just that break, you could come over here and I mean just load up on blue cats anywhere from that 2 to like 15 pound range, and I mean just one right after another. Well, keep with us, Smokey. You'll break that PB here soon. It is fun to go some of them lakes that and like special town. I mean, you can just hammer them one right after another. My wife and girls have actually been kind of on my case to spend a day and go catch a bunch of eater sized cats and have us a fish fry. That was actually my plan last Sunday was to go hit a creek and do some floating and chase some channel cat. But a good buddy of mine, he was in here a little bit husky outdoors. He was in here a little bit ago. Uh, Invited me along. We ended up going chasing bass for AKA ditch pickles, and we actually had a heck of a day. Yes, it does, Ernie. Like I said, it's the only bad thing about fishing on the tip of these dikes like this. It is sketchy at best sometimes finding a good stable uh, spot to put your rods, especially when you get one that just absolutely just hammers a rod. I've had to move like bowling ball sized rocks and stuff when they on a big takedown. That's right here, guys. Just got hit again. Gotta be a little bitty guy. Smokey says a power plant lake. If you don't mind, what power plant lake you fishing? I actually have a power plant lake not too far from here. It's Baldwin Power Plant Lake, and oh my gosh, you can go up there and just catch blue cat on a good day. I mean, we've caught as many as 60 in a good day. Cap, Sean, you and Epic had a daggum. Well, hang on a second, guys. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Little bitty guy though. Ah, popped off. Dang it. Boy, he was hitting it. Wasn't hitting like super aggressive, but I reeled down on him. I had him for just a bit. Put a little bit of a bend in the rod right at the very end there, but I still don't think he's wasn't a real big fish by no means. Thank you, Small Town Cat. Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots. I've caught some really, really good fish in this particular spot over the years. As long as this river stays low like this, it's gonna be good for the next couple months. But I've came to this spot dead of winter. I came in here in January, just bitter, bitter cold, and been able to pull fish off the end of this dike. What's going on, Buck? Yeah, I've got a like Baldwin power plant not too far from me. Once the temperature starts really dropping, that's when I'll start hitting that thing. It won't be too much longer. I have to get my lights set up. Like I said, I might fish for about an hour or so after dark. Be in the middle of the week though. I got work tomorrow, so I won't fish too much after dark. Well, I tell you what, all that temperature's starting to drop a bit. The sun's starting to sink, and it's starting to cool off pretty good out here. Feels pretty darn good. All right, folks, I'm going to reposition these two rods right here. When you get rebaited, I'm going to put this big old boy on that outside rod. Hey, local 336. All right, we got fresh baits on all the rods. Got them repositioned. Let's see if we can't get another one, guys. What's going on, Big Matt? 336. We've had a few like small bites. I lost one on this outside rod. It was a little guy. And then on the middle rod right there, I had a body section. I caught a 35-pound blue a little while ago. So we've got the skunk out anyway. I've got a barge coming down river. Maybe we'll get a little barge bite action going on here. What's going on, polar bear? Gonna be that magic hour. I was a little bit torn today. Like I said, I don't like messing with deer. We're in the middle of a work week or it's hot weather. But today is the first day of Missouri's bow season. And I really thought hot and heavy about going out. Oh, oh, oh. How we doing, Debbie? Debbie, so far we've just caught one. And it was a 35-pounder, and we lost another little guy off this end rod. So I'm gonna fish a little while off, but I forgot one of my lights. It's my ring light that I put around my phone, and I just realized I forgot it. But I do have my little LED lantern down there. Hopefully, I can get that thing set up where you guys can see. Hey, HS. Heath, I was just talking about that, buddy. I was kind of torn about going, but where I hunt, it's a good iron, 20 minutes from the house. And then once I get there, I got like at least another hour walk. So by the time I got home work and got out there, I wouldn't have had time to get set up without getting busted. So what's going on, James? But Heath, I'll be out there shortly. We've got a handful of pretty decent bucks on camera. All right, Lance. I appreciate everybody coming in and watching. Yeah, you're right. I should be. But man, like I said, that's the bad thing about where I hunt. It takes so long to get out there. Then by the time I get one, if I get a deer down, it'll be 10, 11 o'clock before I ever got back to the house or later. Then I really like to cool down a little bit. I hunt really big timber, and the white oaks haven't started falling out there yet. 336, you're right. It's definitely ripping. I've got 13 ounces on that outside rod, and I could probably get away with a couple more ounces, to be honest with you. But I think it's settled pretty good because that rod ain't all flexed over like it's. Yeah, Heath, if you're just coming in, buddy. So far, the fish count is just one. It's 35, and I lost a little one. And the bite has not been fire, that's for sure. But once again, this is one of those spots I don't catch a lot of fish in this particular spot, but I do catch some decent ones. So, but I'm gonna get Rob out here. What's going on, Roger? I'm actually gonna get Rob from Mo Creeks out here with me Sunday, and we're gonna go live around noonish. We're gonna let Mark get his live stream, his 1 versus 1 tournament over, and me and Rob are gonna get out here around noon, and we're gonna set up, and hopefully we can get Rob on a big one. Rob ain't had, like I said, he hadn't been able to fish much this year, and I'm gonna try like crazy to get him on a big cat. Don't remind me, Heath. I know, buddy. I'll be heading to Missouri Iowa border. That first, I think it's from 5th to the 12th. I think I'm gonna be up in or the 10th or something. I can't remember the date, but we're gonna be up in northern Missouri, right on the Iowa border, on a farm we've hunted for years, and we have killed some good ones off that farm. Small town, where you from, buddy? I think you told me before. Alabama. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Whew. The only bad thing about hunting this early season is if you get one down, you've got to get it taken care of immediately. And if you make a bad hit, that's even worse. Then you got to leave them overnight. And Heath, are you gonna fish Josh's upcoming tournament? Oh, I gotta get my phone hooked up, guys. My battery's going dead. Oh, see this thing, guy. I gotta check see what my battery's doing here. All right, I'm charging. All right, guys, I had to get my dadgum phone hooked up. What's going on, Dobson? Heath, I was asking, are you gonna fish Heath's tournament in October? He texted me today. He moved it. He was gonna have it in November, but now he's moved it back to the latter part of October, and he's gonna have a tournament. And I was kind of curious if you're gonna fish it. Ernie Brown. Yeah, I don't blame you, Heath. But I'm gonna go ahead and visit because like the week after that, that's a couple weeks after that's when I head up to Northern Missouri. And I got three really close friends I've hunted with up there for oh my gosh, probably 20 years we've been going up there, and it's just a really good time. And as far as my buck tags are concerned, pretty I'm very stingy with them. Yeah, that's usually how I am. Like I said, I mean, my fishing will definitely take a back seat getting into mid October. And the bad thing is, that's like some of the best fishing of the year. Heath, me and a buddy of mine, we went to Golden Eye Lake this past Sunday and went bass fishing, and we absolutely cleaned house. Oh, middle rod's getting hit. Had a little tap tap. There it goes. Starting to go down. Starting to go down. Starting to go down. right, guys, we're hooked up. All right, guys. Got another good one. Wow. Buried. All right, guys, here we go. Fish number 2. Scale on him real quick. Calm down. £25, guys. All right, there we go. Let's get him back. Boy, word of advice, guys. Don't forget your fish rag. Slime all over me. I got nothing to wipe it on except for my shirt. All right. All right. Well, that's 2 fish off body pieces. sure I'm exactly happy with that rod placement. I'll get it out there for a little bit, but then I may end up moving it. Yeah, Austin, so far I caught a 35 and a 25, and I lost a smaller fish. What's going on, Jesse Lopez? Jesse, I am a let's see, we got it. Alvin Lewis, hello. All right, okay. Jesse, I'm actually south of Chester, Illinois, a few miles downriver from there. Yeah, guys, I don't like the way that second rod's laid up. I am going to recast. Pico Packer, how we doing? Steve Adams, how we doing? Oh, no, he has been tied up with work, and he's just not been able to get out. But he is going to be out here with me Sunday. We're going to get set up out here Sunday around noonish. Me and Rob are. In case you guys don't know, it's Rob from Mo Creek. got a YouTube channel. You guys want to check? He does some DUI stuff, some really cool stuff. And he's got some fishing videos out too. And we're gonna get out here Sunday and get after it. We're gonna have the smorgasbord baits out here Sunday. We're gonna bring a little bit of everything. What's going on with Cujo? Y'all, Cujo there is pretty much my little brother. We went through high school, all through junior high school. I mean, we were attached to the hip. We ran track, cross country, all that stuff together. We hunt and fish together. Cujo, so far, the count is a 25 pounder and a 35 pounder. And I lost a smaller fish. So, and both the fish have been caught off body pieces. All right, guys, got another barge coming. Maybe we'll get us a little barge bite here. Dang, y'all, it is beautiful out here this evening. The wind's laid down, temperature's dropping. Just absolutely gorgeous out here. Now we got like a 3/4 moon in the sky. What's going on, Dallas? How we doing? Yeah, Cujo, I know that's our best time of year is getting ready to come up here in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully you can get back from Chicago and get out here with me and we'll get after some of these big boys. Yeah, Jesse. Well, tell you what, but usually when I'm sitting here, 'cause I got some train tracks not too far from me, it's just usually train after train after train. There has not been a single train come by since I've been out here. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Uh, so far, Kevin, we've got a 25 and a 35 so far, and we lost a smaller fish. Guys, I started using Uncle Lou's circle hooks about a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I'm absolutely loving them circle hooks he's got. I'm using the 9 and 10-aught, and the thing I like about them hooks, they've got a real wide gap, and with them, and they're a thinner wire circle hook, so they just bury in them fish. And I mean, I'm absolutely loving those Uncle Lou's circle hooks. I'll definitely be ordering some more. That's for sure. I finally got some stickers made. I need to get around. I got some people I need to send them to. Guys, I'm using some of you guys that just come in. I am using buffalo and carp was my bait of choices today. I'm gonna come out Sunday with Rob, and I think when we first get out here, we're gonna try to see if we can't catch maybe some skipjack and moon eye off the tip of this dike. But we'll have our usual. We'll have some shad. We'll have some carp. Um, I may even grab a few bluegill and bring along. And I haven't used chicken the last several trips, but I'll probably bring some chicken along too. Yeah, Ernie, I sent Chrissy a Facebook request. Oh, I'm the same way, Ernie. I'm leery to hit some of them requests sometimes. Like people send me stuff, and I had some guy today. Holy crap! He sent me like a. I didn't accept his request, but Jiminy, he had like 30 things he clicked on, and I was like, no. It's getting about time to fire up the old lantern. Yeah, that outside rod is a ugly stick tiger shark. I need to get some reflector tape on that bad boy so you guys can see that rod at night. Yeah, if you guys just come in, I got one like I got one rod sitting on that to my right. Like I said, you can't see it though because it's an all brown and black rod. But I absolutely love that rod. I've had that rod for several years, and it was like this rod to my left here. That is actually a ugly stick catfish special rod, uh, and I just spray painted it orange, put some fluorescent tape on it, basically chunkified it. And I think I'm gonna reel that rod in, and I'm gonna rebait it up. right. Pushing the dot. How we doing? Boy, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I definitely think I'd probably fish to midnight or better if I didn't have to work. But like I said, I'll give it about a little while after dark. But then, like I said, I've got a pretty good walk out of here. So I'm gonna take then, of course, my drive home. Got one working on that middle rod. I've got a big old carp head on that one. So I won't get too excited as that rod starts. Oh, starting to flex up a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna have to crawl down there and check that out. All right, I got a question for you guys. I am needing to get a better dip net, a bigger dip net. What brands do you guys recommend? Like I said, I've just got a whole. I mean, it's good for small fish, but these bigger fish, it just ain't. It ain't cutting it. Hydro Web by Monster Net on the market. All right, I'll definitely check that one out, Kevin. Like I said, I've got to get a bigger net because it's a little. And I'll be honest, this is the first year I've kind of been taking a net with me because usually I just get down there and I grab them by the jaw, but man, it gets dicey sometimes when you just barely have them hooked and they get thrashing around. And Memphis net, all right, two of them I'll check out. Me and my buddy Cujo out here. Oh my gosh, I guess it's been a couple months ago, sitting off this very dark dike. About this time, I had one probably about 70 pounds right up against the 60, 70 pounds, we're guessing, right up against the dike. And I'm thinking if I would have had a net, I would have got that fish, but it ended up taking a. But it was my own fault because I had braid on my rod, and braid and rocks do not mix. And the river, it was higher then, so every time that fish would run, you could feel that line just rubbing on them rocks. And sure as crap, you took the boy, you come up surface and just laid there all nice and pretty. Then I'll say he took one big hard run and pow. So needless to say, none of my rods have got braid on. Everything got mono. I got one pin squall at the house. I've got braid on it for like if I'm fishing around a woody cover or something. Yeah, Dawson, I'll definitely, I will 100% shop around. That is for sure. Yeah, Steve, I've lost a, two or three really, really good fish this year. Like, well, this spring when the water is real, real high, I was fishing actually up against the standing timber, and I'm guessing now that the water's down, I can see why because there's a bunch of rocks down there, and I lost a couple of really good fish. So, like I said, needless to say, I got Berkeley big game on all my rods. I've used that stuff for years, and I'll be honest, for cheap as a dang spool that stuff is, it's hard to beat. It really is. That beautiful light. Hey, Dawson, that's all I've got running right here. I've got a Yada rod. It's got an Abu 7000. The middle one, the 6500 series catfish special, and the left rod is a catfish special as well. I dropped a reel off at our local tackle shop back in May. It's the older 6500 series catfish classic, and I just got that reel back yesterday. They called me yesterday, and I was like, "Good grief! I didn't think I was ever gonna get that reel back." So I'll have it spooled up, and that reel is actually gonna go on my. It will go on that middle rod, that whisker seeker, and that reel will go to one of my other ugly sticks. Yeah, the great thing about I like about that Berkeley big game is it's cheap enough where I can respool every one of these reels every couple months. Debbie, how long a walker I got? Oh, I'd say a half a mile, half mile, 3/4 of a mile probably. Yeah, like I'm on this big, long, really long wing dike. And once I get off it, I got a big section of woods I've got to walk through, and then across a big ditch, and then go through another block of timber, and then I'll be to the truck. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain to get out here, but it's well worth it. Catfish. Girls, yeah, that's something I have not gotten to do. I want to do some bumping someday. Uh oh, uh oh, uh oh. Guys, we're hooked up again. Oh, did it come off? Yes. Dad gummit. Felt like a good one. Come off. Well, guys, that felt like a pretty good one. But yeah, got off. I'm gonna reposition these rods here real quick. Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you what, that was 100% my fault. I lost that fish because I should have waited for him to load that rod up a little more because he was starting to load up. I should have gave him that. And that fish had a little weight to it. JTV Uncut, how we doing? Yeah, I should have let that. Yeah, that was 100% my fault. Why I lost. Looks that fish was starting to load up on that rod. I should have let him go ahead and load up on a little more. Got excited. I'm gonna adjust this lane here just a little bit. Yeah, I messed up and left my ring light that I usually got in the back of my tripod, and that thing usually lights these rods up really good. Like I said, I ran off and forgot it. I knew I forgot something. Oh yeah, freaking Jay. Yeah, you get out here in these wing dikes. I mean, you'll have all kind of crazy stuff sometime tonight. You'll have beaver and stuff start slapping. And snakes every once in a while. Snakes will come up on the end of this thing and crawl up here. And especially if I'm fishing near the top of this thing, we get light, but we'll have all kinds of bats and stuff like that diving into the light. And, oh yeah, Steve, it is a extremely sketchy walk back because I'm on a big L dike, and the first part that it runs out probably a good 100 yards, and then the second section is probably closer to 300 yards. And there's a couple spots on it that gets really, really narrow and loose rocks. I really got to take my time getting out of here. Hold on, Jay Fox Hunter. Yeah, Steve, I always try to really take my time walking out of here. I had a good buddy of mine. We were back, oh my God, I guess we were back in high school. And the river was really low, and he was on top of the thing. Boy, the rock gave way, and he went head over tea kettle all the way down that thing. We rolled right off in the river. Dang near. I've got one of my nephews. He's younger, and he's been begging me to bring him out here, but I just do not feel comfortable at all bringing him out here. It's just, especially out in this thing is really sketchy. On the top of this thing, it gets really narrow in a couple spots on the walk out here, and it just things could just happen too quick. And plus, we're right next to the main channel. And I can't tell you how many times I've been caught out on this thing in a driving rainstorm and have had to drive back. I did a live out here several weeks ago in a big rainstorm. Rolled up on them. My headlight went dead, and I did all I had my ring light. And just let's just put it this way: things got interesting. Yeah, Ernie, I need to start thinking about here in the next half hour or so about wrapping up because I've got to get up at 4 a.m. myself. Ernie, hope you have a good night and get some sleep, buddy. Oh, it's just so peaceful out here. Got the cicadas over in the timber, the thing, and a few that and frogs singing, and got the moonlight in the water. I might kill that light here in a second so you guys can see the moonlight reflecting off the water. What Steve had, the only problem with that is I'd have to drag that John boat like a half a mile. Well, not not including the dike, but pretty darn good ways through some pretty rough terrain. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've thought many times about trying to find another access point where I can load my kayak up and come into here, especially on these low water like this. I need to just bite the bullet and buy me a big river john. I only hope that daggone snow sticks don't come around. Oh my God, I hate the snow anymore. Having to drive to work and the stuff, but it ain't me I worry about. Boy, it gets plumb crazy. I work up in St. Louis a lot, and it just gets absolutely nuts. You get a little snow, everybody loses their common sense, and oh, that's for sure, small town. My buddy that was in here earlier, we spent a lot of nights out on this dike, and boy, there's been a few nights things have just gotten absolutely crazy out here. Get 2, 3 rods going down at one time, and oh, this rod right here close to me just kind of loaded up just for a second, and it popped back up. Catfish churros. I don't know if you was in there. I caught another one. I caught one about 25 pounder, and then I fooled around, and I had one starting to load up on the rod, and I should have waited, and I picked up and I reeled down on him, and that fish felt like it had some weight to it, and I ended up losing him. I got impatient. I should have let that rod. I should have let it load up, especially the size of bait I had on there. I just, but like I said, I got impatient. Small town, that wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit if it was a flathead. I don't catch a lot of flatheads in this spot, but I have caught a few and a couple of pretty good ones. But now, if I go up to the head of this dike and on the upstream side, I've done real good on the flatheads on the upstream side of this thing. But that's usually when the river's a lot, when the rivers are a little higher. Going on, Dockery? Well, it's good to see you're up and about and fishing again. Kentucky Redneck, how we doing? You're absolutely right, Sean. Sometimes them daggum things, even the big ones, they'll just kind of mouth the bait and just kind of barely move that rod, and you got to reel down. Another time, boy, they'll hit that rod like a freight train. Docker, you're just coming in, buddy. So far, we have got a 25-pound blue, a 35-pound blue, and I fooled around and had one starting to take a rod down. I cranked down on him, and that fish had some weight, and I should have let that fish. He ended up popping off. I should have let that fish take that bait a little longer, and I lost a smaller one too. Dave Smith, two so far, a 25 and a 35 so far, and I lost a good one. Man, Docker, where I'm fishing at, there's a eddy pocket back behind me. I ain't kidding you, buddy. Them dang Asian carp was so thick it looked like you could walk on them. And I'm actually gonna get Rob from Mo Creeks out here. I'm gonna get Rob out here with me Sunday. We're gonna do some fishing. We're gonna try to go live Sunday afternoon. Been the first time Rob's been fishing for quite a while. Well, matter of fact, last time he went was when him and Bob from Fins and Vines went. So I'm gonna get him out here, and hopefully I can get Rob on a good one. Yeah, Chad, tell him fish stories, buddy. I'm not gonna fish too much longer. I gotta get up at 4 a.m. But I'm hoping to get one more good hit before I wrap it up. But man, it's such a beautiful, beautiful night out here. Yeah, Lyle, I gotta walk out, but I mean, the walk I've made many, many, many times. It's just I take my sweet time getting out of here. Like I said, Mama's probably gonna kick my butt. I said, oh, I'll probably only fish about maybe a few minutes after dark. Oh, woo, good takedown, guys. Good takedown. I don't think it's a real big fish, but maybe, I don't know. Now it's wanting to fight. This is just one of them fun sizers. Good Lord, he was hooked good. Well, you gotta love it when they hit that rod so dadgum hard. They hooked themselves. Actually, that's the first two fish I caught. They did the same thing. Yeah, just a little guy, but he's talking to me. So there you guys go. I'm gonna turn this guy back and All right. Well, it was a nice takedown. You know, he was just a little guy. What's going on, D? James, I was at work when Lyle did the deal on the uh, jellyfish, but I am definitely going to go back. I want to watch that. I like to watch stuff like that. Hey, perfect combo. How we doing? Holy crap! Some 1 pound bluegill. Some Jiminy criminy. Some big old bluegill. Yeah, D, you're definitely a lucky charm. I have noticed whenever you're with Chad, the fish count definitely goes way up. Let me readjust that lantern, y'all. Yeah, Randall forgot my dadgum ring light. And that usually lights up everything pretty darn good. Phew, big old bluegill. Old Betty Crosswood, whew, she'd be all over that. Perfect combo. When I first got out here, I caught a 35-pound blue. When I first got out, I don't know, I've been out here about a half hour so far. I've got 35, 25, then whatever that one was. Like I said, he was just a little guy that I fooled around, and I missed a. I had a good one. That fish had some weight to it, but like I said, that was my fault. I should have let that fish load up that rod a little more. I just got excited. So far, two of the fish have come off body sections of carp, and that last one just came off a headpiece. And I've got a big old headpiece on that Mad Cat's farthest rod out there. Peace City, what is up, buddy? Old Peace City's been having a heck of a year in the flatheads. He's been racking up some good flatheads. Got one messing with that outside rod, just kind of just tapped it a little bit. But so I got a big bait on it. I'll let him load that sucker up. Really want to beat? Dang. Hopefully you can get that squared away. Yeah, I just put out a little micro fishing video today, a little something different. Next video I got coming out is I did a little multi-species challenge one evening after work. Only fished a couple hours. That video turned out really good, so I think that'll be the next one I put out. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all, in another few weeks, getting this time that guy has to have a flannel shirt or a hoodie on. Like right now, though, it is absolutely perfect. All right, guys, got something going on with that end rod down there. I guess you just ain't quite ready to take it. Go back here and get my nice comfy spot in the rocks here. We'll maybe see if he'll try to chow down on that sucker. Folks, I bet appreciate everybody coming in and watching. But I'll be back out here Sunday afternoon with Rob of Mo Creeks. We're going to come out and I'm going to do some figuring how to get the cameras to where we can get all our rods in one frame because the dock's so low, there ain't a whole lot of room. But we'll get her figured out. I'm even going to bring some chicken out with me Sunday just to aggravate Rob. Got a barge coming up river now. Squirrel Magnus, hey, how you doing? Squirrel, so far we have got a 35 pound, a 25 pound, and then a smaller cat, and I lost a dandy. So we're definitely not getting skunked for sure. They've all been blue cats. But I'm getting ready to shut this live down here a little bit. Like I said, I got an early morning ahead of me, but we still got to walk out here yet. But give it a few more minutes yet. That is right, Sean. Old Peach City is a flathead slayer. Well, I need to take a day and spend targeting flatheads. I've got a spot actually, probably about a quarter mile down the river here. The big old cut with a big old rock bluff. That is a heck of a flathead spot. That'd be one of those spots I have to do video there. I don't get no reception at all right there. Boy, that daggum bird is blinding me. Got a spotlight going. Like that expression, deer in the headlights. That's kind of what I feel like right now. What is going on, Rob? Rob, I'm getting the spot warmed up for a Sunday. Rob, so far I've caught a 35-pound blue, a 25-pound blue. I lost a big one, and I caught another one. I don't know. I would guess around 8 poundish range, and then I lost another smaller one. And the hits are getting more aggressive, Rob. So it's going to be hopefully Sunday's good to us. Yeah, Rob, I think when we come out here Sunday, we're going to bring a couple lighter action rods when we first get here and try to catch some, see if we can catch some moon eye and skipjack before we start going live. See if we can get a little more variety. But I plan on us getting a good variety of bait and bringing out here Sunday. So now, Rob, you better respect your elders. We all know Dockery's ancient. You gotta respect your elders. Be respectful. Old Rob's been on the midnight shift. He's been working 12 hours, and the reason he's working them 12 hours is to sport his jig tying habit. No way, Dockery. Nobody is old Lyle. Larry Pete City. Well, God, I really need to start thinking about reeling in here because, like I said, it's got a good little walk out here, and I got an early morning. But man, something keeps messing with that end rod, and I'm wanting to see if it'll take it down. Got a big old massive cart in part of the body section on that rod over there, and kind of. Yeah, Rob, I he was in here earlier busting my chops about it being bow season. But gosh dang, Rob, by the time I leave the house, I got like an hour, 20-minute drive out to our hunt. Then I got at least another hour, dang near 45 minutes, an hour walk back into where I hunt. And but plus the white oak acorns haven't started dropping yet. And that's the only thing. That's one of the things that sucks doing hunting during the week, during the work week, is you kill one. By the time you get it back to the house, heck, you're looking at midnight, 1 o'clock before you get done, processing it. And the older I get, the harder it is to get excited about hunting in warm weather. Now, getting on about that second, third week of October, that's going to be a whole different story. But I could go out and try to shoot a few does to fill up the freezer. Oh, dang, yeah, Rob, that barge coming. That sucker is about to burn my retinas out. I remember when we was kids, we'd be fishing in the river and we'd take a flashlight. We'd flick it a couple times and barge and them captains, they'd spin that spotlight on you. Yes, James. I will be up that way. Let me think here. Either the 5th or the 10th, or the 5th to the 11th. I'll be up in northern Missouri. Yeah, that's pretty much a trip I make every year unless I fill my fill my buck tag down here. But like I said, it's gonna have to be something pretty good before I fill my buck tag. So, oh, got a little more aggressive on that carpet over there. Still ain't got it though. He's getting a little more aggressive with it. Probably one of them Dockery dinks hitting on that sucker. James, 100% I will get a hold of you, buddy, when I'm heading up that way. Steve Adams, my dad, he uh he worked on the river for quite a while when he was a young man, and God, I love him telling the stories. His time on the Mississippi River and Illinois River, and just going through locks and dams, and just some of the stuff he got to see on the river was pretty amazing. And he's actually used to have one of those a ham radio, and he listened to these barges a lot. And I think he's still got a scanner, I believe. Now, James, why you got to be all mean to me? Folks, I think I'm going to let this barge get past me. Then I'm going to reel him in. Maybe we can get a barge bite. What is going on, Epic? Yes, they are, Lyle. Epic so far, Tim. So far, we've got a 35 or 25. Oh, I'm gonna guess one around 8. And I fooled around. And I had one starting to load up in a rod, and I should have waited, and I cranked down on him, and that fish had some weight to it. Boy, this barge is coming up, and you can just see this water getting sucked out. It's amazing the water, them barges can move when they're coming out of the river. I mean, like I said, you can just your line to go slack and everything else. You can just see that water just getting pulled out. David, are we done? No, Mo. No, Rob. I mean, we have a new process that we're starting at work, and our painting division is starting a deal with our coating pipe with aluminum, and we have been building a bunch of paint shacks out of scaffold, great big old like 65, 30-foot wide paint booths we've been building. So I got to go up to Saul Saul J tomorrow, back up to the main office, and we got to finish one up we started today. I've been all over the places already this week, Rob. Steve Adam, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to shut down as soon as this barge gets by me. I'm gonna reel everything in. I already fished a lot later than I planned on. Well, guys, I'm gonna shut her down, and I appreciate every one of you guys coming in and watching. You guys, come check us out Sunday afternoon around 12-1. We're gonna let like I said, we're gonna let Mark from Catfish Crappie get down to the 1-versus-1 tournament. Then me and Rob from Oak Creek is gonna be out here trying to get on some big cat. Hoping to get Rob on one and hear him squeal like a little girl. So, guys, you guys be good, and I'll catch you guys Sunday.